Hey, Being at Work listeners, I have an exciting opportunity to share with you in the spirit of connection and community and finding your people. We want to bring this community together. I have heard your feedback. I know that you are looking for connection with other like minded, human centered leaders. So this year, we're offering a series of Being at Work community events, kicking off our first event on Friday, March 28th. And because we are offering both an in person and a virtual event, two events on the same day, you've got choices. Which of those formats works best for you? During these interactive experiences, we'll highlight the synergy between you as the leader, your team, and the overall success of your organization. No doubt you will leave with new connections, a growing network of supportive leaders, and valuable tools to elevate your leadership. So, if any of that resonates, you can register on the events page on our website at abundantempowerment.com. I look so forward to seeing you there. One of the things I love the most about being a coach, a leadership and executive coach, is creating space over time for people to uncover how they are getting in their way. I mean, this is something that definitely takes time and it's a process. And, we are all creating our experiences every day. And so I know that someone walks into a coaching session with a lot of challenge and tension and frustration. They are the creator of that ultimately. But certainly that is not something that I will share initially. Right? I take, because there's no judgment around that. I mean, we're all doing the best we can where we are with what we have. And so I walk into coaching engagements with a very open heart, a loving heart, a trusting heart, and I get to know the coaching participant. And then over time, what ends up happening as we have honest conversations and good accountability is this recognition of how they're showing up and the impact that that has on all of the aspects of their lives. So in January, I finished a 10-week coaching engagement with 26 leaders. And as part of that process, each of them shared, how they had grown and what their biggest takeaways were. And there was one woman in particular whose words really struck me during her presentation. She said, when I came into this coaching engagement, I thought that everyone was mad at me. And what I realized through the process is that I was mad. And what I'm so grateful for is that she recognizes that she's creating her experiences based on how she's approaching her experiences. She was projecting her own anger and fear and frustration onto other people. I used to think everyone was mad at me, and I realized I was mad. Such great awareness. I'm so proud of her for having the courage to acknowledge that, because it's so freaking empowering. In the awareness of that, now she can be much more intentional about how she's showing up. And is she going to think that people are mad at her? Yes, of course. I know that, her acknowledgement and her awareness is a step in her growth, and that just like all of us, she is a work in progress and that there are going to be challenging days, but her awareness is heightened. She is more empowered today. And I'm grateful for that. As Erica Jong says, you take your life in your own hands, and what happens? A terrible thing. No one to blame. You are creating your experiences. And I know that I am just a voice on a podcast, and maybe that is the best way to hear the information, because you're listening to this at a moment where you're choosing to listen to it. And so there's something you are hoping to gain through listening. And because you're listening to this feed, and this is how life works, no doubt you're attracted to the messages about choice and what you can control. And 100% of the time, you get to choose how to think about life, how to approach life, how to show up. Your life is in your hands. What a great attitude with which to take care of yourself and ultimately each other.